Hey everybody, it's Dave DeMarco here. Top of the morning to you. It's about 10:30 a.m. on Friday, June 15th, and it is an absolutely gorgeous day. I've been sitting out here enjoying my breakfast, and I started thinking about my show tonight. It's a Dave DeMarco Band show at McAvoy's in Parkville, and started to get really pumped up about the show, and I started just thinking, what is it about this place that I like so much? Why do I always go, yeah, McAvoy's, what is it? And I guess it comes down to a couple different factors. One is that I've got a pretty decent amount of history there. I've played there probably 200 times or more. I know there was a while there where both John Davis and I were playing every Sunday. We did that for well over a year, and I've played there with a bunch of other bands, two bands in particular, the Regal Beagles. One of them, we had our debut show there, and it was a magical show that we still talk about. So I've got a lot of good memories at McAvoy's, a lot of great musical memories there, and I think that factors in a lot to why I'm stoked about it. And a lot of those great memories come from the type of crowd that McAvoy's draws. McAvoy's draws this, certainly, yeah, they get people who just come and want to party and hang out and all that, but it's a little different here. It might be hard to explain, but it gets a very musician-friendly crowd. We get people there who they really do enjoy seeing a band get up and perform well. Not that that we have like a stage show or anything like that, but I mean, do interesting things with the music and embellish, and that's kind of what my band does. We're mostly a classic rock band, but we embellish and we get creative where it's appropriate to, and we do a lot of fun stuff with the music, and that's one of the rooms where I think we can pull that stuff off, and the crowd is very receptive to it, and they encourage us to do that kind of stuff, and it's been that way as long as I've been playing there. So I think when we think about the show coming up, and we think about how great that is, combined with the fact that it's a very nice stage, and the staff there is fantastic. Was it Matt, I think the doorman? He always helps me in with my gear. He doesn't have to do that. Now I think about it, I probably shouldn't be saying that, because he told me once that we're like the only band that he does that for. So, hey, let's scratch that from the record. I don't want to get in trouble with Matt. He's a big guy. Oh, hey, nice cloud. That looks nice. Good. So, yeah. So that combined with just all those great memories, yeah, we think about McAvoy's, and automatically now I'm getting pumped about my show for this weekend, or for tonight rather. And then I've got the same thing tomorrow night. We're playing Sullivans in Laurel. Now, I don't have quite as much history there. I've only been playing there about a year, but again, it's a very, very cool vibe that's conducive to what my band does, in that, a lot of places where you go and the crowd, they kind of watch the band like this. They're looking over their shoulder, and they're got their drink going on. They're really more involved within the conversation and hanging with their friends, and that's all fine. I understand that's a big part of why people go to bars, to hang out. The Sullivans is just a little different, because people, for one thing, they take their chair and they position it so that they're facing the stage, and they sit there like this, and they watch the band, and they drink their drink, and they're really into what we're doing, and there's not a whole heck of a lot of conversation going on, because they're there to watch the band, and they're there to hear what we do. And I think it was the last time we played there, I remember feeling kind of the same way, driving to the gig, going, man, this is going to be a great show tonight. And I thought, I want to do something different for the people who come and see us every time we play there. I want to give them something kind of special. And I remembered that it was a couple months ago, we did this show outside, and we did this neat little improv thing. You may have actually seen it. It was televised. We did a show at Kurtz's Beach, and we didn't realize the cameras were rolling at one point, and we were jamming on this thing that my guitar player Sam had made up, and it was kind of cool. Well, I said, hey, remember that thing we did? Let's develop that. Let's open up with that, and just see where it goes, and see what happens. And it was this sort of Zeppelin-y kind of vibe, and it was great. We played it for 5 or 6 minutes, and the crowd just ate it up. They thought it was awesome, and we were giving them something they hadn't seen before. But for us, it set the stage, or it set the tone of the evening, because because now what we did, starting off a show that way, we deconstructed the whole show. All the medleys that we do, we completely rearranged them. We cut things off in different places. We extended some other things out. We soloed in different places. A lot of playing with the dynamics, bringing things down, then getting loud and soft, and it was just a really, really fun and organic kind of vibe, But we just had so much fun at that show, and we all walked out of there carrying our guitars, going, man, that's what it's about. So I guess it comes down to, yes, to a certain extent, we tend to validate our shows based on attendance sometimes, and understandably that's an indicator. But let's not have it be the primary indicator. Let's have the artistic value of the show be the primary indicator. Having said that, I understand that some bands probably don't have the leeway to get creative and embellish, and that's not part of what their show is all about. If you're playing Katy Perry tunes, or if you're playing Avenged Sevenfold tunes, or you've got things really worked out, that's your show. That's the artistry of your show. There's dancing, there's moves, there's lights, there's whatever. So this whole hippy-dippy embellishment and jam band factor that I'm bringing to my band is probably not going to be applicable in those kind of bands. But if you're a band that has the ability to get away with that kind of stuff, and if you like doing it, then that's the great thing about booking these rooms that are known for that, or have that neat little niche to them where they get real music fans in them. That's the kind of stuff that really stokes me. You may not have any interest in that with what your band is doing, and that's fine. But whatever it is, here's my question for you: is think about all the rooms you play, and think about what it is about certain rooms that the ones that you like the best, and what gets you so stoked about them. And the reason for that is when you identify what those things are, maybe you can think about the other rooms that would maybe be, at maybe the bottom of your list, that they're not bad rooms, they're just for whatever reason they don't have that magical mojo that some of these other rooms have. But if you think about some of the rooms that are maybe at the bottom of your list, and think long and hard, you can probably come up with some kind of redeeming values that room has that you can get stoked about. Because ultimately, don't we want to have every gig feel like what I'm feeling now, where you're pumped up and you're going, yeah, this is going to be a good show. I don't care if it's 5 people or whether there's 105 people. It's going to be a great show, So think about those things, because it can really affect your mindset as you go into the gig. And again, if your gig is all about performing things with a surgical amount of accuracy and having every show being ridiculously consistent, kind of like a Rush show, well, then that's your artistry right there. But you can still go into it with a great artist mentality of making it the best you can, as opposed to getting up there and we call it phoning it in, phoning in a performance. Anyway, that's a whole lot of talking and a whole lot of thinking for so early on a Friday morning. But if you're looking for something to do tonight, I hope you'll come and check us out at McAvoy's in Parkville. We go on at 8 o'clock. And tomorrow night, we're at Sullivans in Laurel. We go on at 9 o'clock. If you come out, I promise you'll see something different. So, cheers. Have fun.